All right, y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got another episode here, a baseline to baseline. Today, I got a five-star recruit joining me, coming out of New York. A guy, in the class of 2026. If you're not familiar yet, trust me, he coming. Like he gonna put all y'all on notice. A guy who got early offers from schools like Dayton, most recent offer, Florida State, Oklahoma State, St. John's, VTech. The list kind of go on and on. So we'll get right into it. I'm gonna let the guy introduce himself, and then we'll go on from there.
What's good, y'all? My name Dylan Mingo from Farmingdale, New York, Long Island. I play with the PSA Cardinals, E16, and I play with Long Island Lutheran.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you,
Yeah.
Dylan, for coming on. How you feeling today?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Yeah, I'm
Chilling.
chilling. Just yeah,
You just came off the road. Y'all was just down at City of Palms. Um,
yeah.
so how I feel to kind of relax a little bit for the Christmas holiday. Come to the City of Palms, be with your family a little bit. Just talk about that.
It feels good to get a break. I feel like the city of Palmdale was like the best competition, the best of the best. We played Montverde, the number one team.
Yeah.
That's like the top. That's the highest level of the high school basketball.
All right. Okay. So, since we're talking about, the season so far, we can dive into, kind of some LuHi stuff. Dylan. So, year two for you, coming in to LuHi. Talk about, what are some things, it's early in the season. So, what are some things that you see from you guys this season that, you feel like are some positive things that you guys can build on?
I feel like our offense is great. Our offense is great. I feel like we have like a really fast pace. I feel
Mhm.
like when we're on and when we're moving, I feel like nobody could really stop us for real.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like our defense is right there too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So since you say you guys have a high power offense, what are some things that you feel like gives you the ability to have a high power offense like that?
I feel like our offensive coach is like Josh Corbin.
Mhm.
He's the assistant coach. We work with him a lot, and
Okay.
we just like he gets us right.
Okay. Okay. So at LuHi, obviously you guys have a plethora of four-star and five-star recruits. So talk about a little bit, what is it like, playing with amongst other players that are such a high caliber talent?
I feel like it's really just getting you like ready for the next level, because that's what it's gonna be like at the next level. And
Mhm.
I feel like being so deep, like it's okay when you might have zero to like 5 points one game, because the next game you might have like 15. Just wait your turn for real.
All right, all right.
Just keep
So
hooping.
what are the practices like a little bit? I know, practice probably get a little crazy with the competitive spirit. So, talk to me about, what the practices are like.
Yeah, practices are hard. Like it's a lot of competing. Yeah, really a lot of competing. Everybody just wants to compete and win at LuHi. I feel like it's a winning culture.
Okay. Okay. So, aside from, you guys being talented, the talent you guys do possess as a program allows you guys, to play the type of schedule you play and go and participate in the tournaments you do. So just talk about like what does that feel like, being a younger guy and playing a national schedule? You gotta fly here, then fly there. So I know it's probably annoying, probably tiring. So you just talk about like, the different struggles or the different things that happens while, you're on the road and you gotta still be a student first, you know what I'm saying? And travel long hours on the road. So, what is that like?
I feel like I'm only a sophomore, so I got 3 more years of this.
All right.
So I feel like it's really just getting me ready for college. Really,
All right, so you
like
feel like that's the biggest benefit that you can take from it, kind of being almost on a college kind of regimen already.
yeah, just trusting the process.
Okay.
Yeah, keep trusting the process.
Okay. Okay. So your brother, your older brother, right, Caden, has
Yeah,
been kind of making a splash this season. And of course, for people who are familiar, it's kind of not surprising. But he is playing at a really high level. So,
yeah,
what has that been like, kind of seeing him do the things that he's doing and also being a part of that? You know what I mean?
yeah. I feel like with Caden, I feel like I've been seeing it for like years,
Right.
because like that's my brother. Like I always knew like he was like that. But I
Yeah.
feel like it's finally good that he's getting recognition
Mhm.
and other people seeing what he could really do.
Right. Okay. So, you know, obviously, like you said, that's been your brother your entire
Yeah,
life. So, um, this is nothing new to you, but this is a different stage, for you guys in a different phase of your life. So, has it been like, and like you mentioned, you're still young. So, has it been anything or any little tidbits that you've been able to pick up from him or something that, he's taught you even indirectly, like maybe something you see that he does in games that you're like, all right, like I like that, like I'm gonna take that and add that to my bag, or is it like nah, like it's not, is it not?
yeah, yeah. With Caden, it's like if like I would say like more off the court, like how he is off the court.
Okay.
He's a great person off the court. Like he doesn't like try to cause problems or anything. He's just chill and he always wants to help others.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's I also wanted to ask you, aside from playing with your brother, you also play with, highly touted recruit, VJ Edgecombe, who everybody's, is super big
Yeah.
on now. And then you also, you got a guy like Kion on your team as
Hmm.
well, who is a fan favorite, obviously, from the family lineage and all that. He gets a lot of attention as well. So, talk about, what is it like in your relationship with those two guys?
I'll talk about Cayenne first. Cayenne probably one of the coolest people I know. Yeah, Cayenne a great person. And then even like on the court too.
Mhm.
On the court, he probably one of the most skilled players in the country.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So what about VJ?
VJ, VJ been cool. I knew him since last year.
Okay.
VJ, I just got to know him like for real now.
Mhm.
VJ a great person. Like off the court, on the court,
And put on
do
the court.
anything. And then even like competing, I try to compete against him every time with all the every time I can,
Yeah.
because he's gonna go to college soon. And
Right.
I want like I think he's ready for that.
For that
So
next.
competing against him is getting me ready for college.
Right. Okay. Okay. That's a great answer, Dylan. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, piggybacking off of what you said, how you mentioned you're young. This is all, not, I won't say new to you, but you're still learning and adjusting. So with all these things, tied together, the schedule, the talent level, the expectations, um, how do you deal with, the pressures or, kind of like the expectations of what people want to see, like, or what is expected of you. How do you kind of deal with that mentally, as far as like just staying even keel and knowing, like you said, that it's a deep team, it's a talented team. One day I might play 15, 20 minutes, the next day I might play five. How do you kind of manage that mentally and just stay level headed?
I would say Coach Buck, he probably helps us like with the most with that.
Mhm.
Like just like being unselfish, really. Knowing you could play 10 minutes, 10 to 15, or like knowing you could play five. You just gotta stay ready and wait your turn. But like when you stay ready, I feel like say you play like 5 minutes one game and you're ready, I feel like you're staying ready. I feel like you're coming with like more fuel off the bench, ready to play.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So my last question, about LuHi in the season for you, Dylan. I just want to know, since we're still early in the season, give me, three goals of yours that you would like to reach before the season is over.
With LuHi,
Yeah.
a Geico National Championship.
Mhm.
Yeah. I want to go undefeated for the rest of the season.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And
Or maybe even a personal goal. You can throw that in there too.
personal,
Yeah.
um, I would say um, move up in the rotation more. Yeah,
Rotation.
move up in the rotation. Yeah,
Okay, I like that. Very, very humble young man. All
yeah,
right. You know, next segment of the interview I did want to touch on just a little bit. Not too much because I'm sure everybody's always asking you about this. I do, want to talk about your recruitment just a little bit. Just because you freshly just got a most recent Florida State offer. So
yeah,
I want to talk
yeah,
about that and congratulations on that as well.
yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
talk about that a little bit, like, how that come about and what that relationship is like, with that staff.
Florida State.
Yeah.
Um, they just offered me the other day actually. They offered me after the Link Academy game.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you been in heavy talks with them, with the staff, the coaching staff, or not really?
I wouldn't say heavy because like coaches aren't like really allowed to contact me yet, but they
Right.
contact my coaches and
Right.
talk to my coaches about me. Yeah,
Okay. So, you do have, other offers from, high level programs as well. Like Dayton,
yeah,
Washington. Washington was your first one, right?
yeah.
Washington. Okay. So yeah, like talk about those, like St. John's, you being a New York kid, like, is St. John's definitely, do they get like a step ahead of other schools because they're in state? Like, kind of just give me a update of where you at and who's really reaching out.
I wouldn't say like St. John's have like a plus one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like where I'm wanted at.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So as far as, schools, like what are some things that you're looking for in a program?
Um, like I feel like winning culture. Yeah, winning culture.
Sure.
I want to have like go to a program where the coach is like really hard on you
Right.
because she's not hard since it's not getting me ready.
Right.
Yeah,
So okay, you want a program that wins and a program that's gonna make you better as a
yeah.
player. Okay. Okay. Do you have a dream school?
I wouldn't say dream school, but like schools I would love to go to.
Yeah.
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 Um, right now I'll probably say Kansas. I like Kansas and Arkansas. Yeah,
Okay. Hey, Kansas and Arkansas.
yeah.
Okay. Well, if y'all watching or if y'all gonna tune in, Kansas and Arkansas, now y'all know. So
And UNC and UNC.
and USC, he threw that in there too. So I would get those
Yeah,
phones working if I was y'all. Um,
yeah,
All right. So, that's a great, little recruitment update right there. So next I do want to, touch on your summer a little bit. Just because you did have a huge summer, real big stock riser of the summer. You had a good Peach Jam showing. You was one of the most efficient scorers at Peach Jam. So, just kind of what are some takeaways from this summer that you have? Like, what are some things you feel like, you did well that made you, stand out?
I feel like I mean, yeah, I did good scoring, but I feel like mostly it was just winning. I feel like us making the Elite Eight and PCM helped me out a lot. It
Okay,
helped their team out a lot.
okay, okay. And you went to a lot of camps this summer as well, right?
Yeah, I went to a couple.
Couple. Okay, so if I'm gonna get you to, detail your experiences a little bit, just at a few individual camps. First I would like to touch on, Pango's All East. Pango's is always a great event, especially the All East camp. It's always heavy guards, great wings coming from this area. So, just talk about, Pango's All East a little bit and what that was like.
I went to it when I was in ninth grade because this year I actually sprained my ankle. But
Uh,
when I went to it, it was a great experience. Yeah, I ended up making a top 40 game, but that just made me work harder.
mm,
Yeah.
okay. What about you did go to Future All American this summer too, right? Hoop group? Was that this summer?
Yeah. Yeah. That was this year.
Yeah,
Well,
so what about that one? Talk about I did, see it was a lot of good players there, and that's normally a great camp. So
yeah.
talk about that.
That competition, that was really good. Like I feel like guard play.
Yeah.
I feel like going against those other guards, like it really got me right. Yeah,
Okay.
for
Okay.
those like for that week.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. So you did USA basketball junior national team as well.
Yeah, I would say that's like probably the top of the top.
Top of the top for sure, for sure. So hell yeah, talk
Yeah.
about that experience. I'm sure that was an amazing experience for you.
USA is always a great experience.
Hmm.
Yeah, like there's so much like I would say there's a bunch of NBA scouts,
Yeah.
bunch of scouts. It's just a big stage, and playing on like the stage multiple times, I feel like it makes you ready for the moment.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So and the last one I did want to ask you about, just because I'm not so familiar with this one. You went to Larry Hughes camp this summer too, right?
Yeah,
About that, because that's kind of new to me. You know what I mean? Like I'm
yeah.
not too fun or too knowledgeable of, Larry Hughes camp. So, kind of paint that picture for me, like, who was there, and what that kind of looked like.
I feel like that camp was like a bunch of like underrated people.
Really.
Yeah, a bunch of underrated and older people. I think I was on like one of the three 2026s.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I feel it was just like way more physical,
Right.
but I feel like it was a good experience. Yeah. I held my own. Yeah.
It was some under the radar guys there, you said. So who, if you remember, like, are there some guys that, stood out to you from that camp that maybe you didn't really know about heading into it?
I think his name is Fisher Brown. I think that goes to Wasatch.
Okay. Okay.
I know his first name is Fisher. I don't know his last name, but
Mhm.
he's really good. Yeah,
Okay.
he could really shoot it.
All right. All right. That was the only person that really caught your attention.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. The only one that I knew.
Okay. Okay. And then my last question about the summer. You touched on it earlier. Just playing with PSA and how much you guys won and your success. I do want to ask you, like, playing with a program such as PSA, that has a deep lineage, of guards throughout every class, 2026,
Yeah,
4, 25, like, it's guys like Boogie, it's guys like Darius, Adams, Danny. Are you guys kind of close? Like, do you guys even have a relationship, or what is that vibe like over at PSA?
I feel like it's like they welcome you. Like when like once I went to PSA, I feel like they welcome me a lot. Like, and I just felt like family. I feel like home.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay, so even though, like I said, I named some of those guys, and you guys all aren't, on the same age group or same team, do you guys have a relationship like where you guys may, either work out together, or some of you guys went to, the same camps together, like stuff like that. So
yeah,
there, that kind of like, PSA versus everybody type of vibe, like
mm,
in amongst big groups, like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah,
so you guys do have a good relationship with those guys, and
yeah, yeah,
okay. Okay. So this next segment I did want to touch on in the interview is more so, kind of about Dylan and your
yeah.
background story, you feel me? So I do want to know, like, your early, years of playing basketball and kind of like your background. So
Yeah.
paint that picture for me a little bit, Dylan. Like, first I want to know, like, who kind of put that battery in your back to, all right, I want to be a hooper. Like, I'm gonna pick up a basketball. Like, kind
Yeah, I think it was my dad. Yeah, I would say my dad.
of,
My dad, he used to play football at Delaware State. He
oh,
went D1.
really?
Yeah, but he got like seriously injured.
Okay.
So I feel like he thought like basketball was the easier way out.
Okay.
I would
Okay.
say yeah. And then my brother Dalik, he's the oldest one. He
Mhm.
went to Howard a couple years ago.
Okay. Okay.
So like him going to Howard, I feel like that kind of inspired me to want to go to college for basketball.
All right. All right. Okay. So when would you say, like, what age were you when you really started to fall in love with it?
Um, I would probably say like quarantine.
Really?
Yeah,
That's kind of recent.
yeah,
So what
yeah. Like
about
Sixth grade, summer sixth grade.
Time period made you feel like, all right, like you really love basketball?
I feel like before like quarantine, before sixth grade, I really wasn't skilled.
Okay.
I was just kind of like a shooter, I would say, and like a defender. But feel like the quarantine, like we were in the park like every day. Like
Mhm.
we worked out like 3 times a day, and I just started to love the game. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
when I took. That's when I took like the biggest step in my game, I would say.
right. All right.
Yeah,
So you kind of like gradually fell in love with it. The more you played and the more work you put in.
yeah,
Okay. So would you say around COVID time, like quarantine time, is that when you started to see your game take a leap as far as separating yourself from your peers?
yeah. I felt like after that it was seventh grade. Seventh grade made hoops.
Hmm.
I had like that was like the first showing in like a while. I feel like I had a great showing,
Okay.
and that's the first time like I feel like people really see me like progress really.
Okay. Okay, doing so I will say, watching you play, speaking of May Hoops, I saw you a couple months ago to conclude the summer at our All East Academy or our
Mm-hmm.
East HSA Academy in Jersey, where
Mm-hmm.
you had a great showing, all-star performance there for that weekend. So just talk about like you're real smooth, obviously real smooth player. Um, got a lot of counters to your bag. You already know you can shoot it. So what are some influences as far as like your play style? Like who are some guys that you really watch or like or take things from their game?
Um, I would say Shy
Uh,
Gilly.
I can see
I
that.
like him. I feel like Therese Halliburton.
Okay.
I feel like those are the two most like right now.
Right now, okay.
Yeah.
So
Who could like my game compares to?
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So
Yeah.
if you say that now, what about, when you were early playing, like when you first started playing, like who kind of made you fall in love with the game?
I'll say Curry, yeah.
Curry?
Yeah, when I was a kid I used to love Curry.
Okay, okay. So I can see that too, with the shooting. Okay, so also wanted to ask you, Dylan, growing up in New York, even though you might be a little upstate, I'm sure, you come down to the city, you play in everything Dykeman, IS8. Um, what would you say makes growing up and playing in the New York basketball culture different from other places?
I feel like in New York, like when you play in New York, like you really gotta prove yourself to people. I feel like people don't really like to show you respect or like show you respect unless you really prove yourself.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, I did want to ask, with you saying that, that kind of ties into my next question of, you kind of seeing a lot of early success, early on in your career and being young. What are some things that keep you motivated, that keep you going?
I would say that's the feeling of like just like I'm not done yet. Like what did I really do?
Mhm. Mhm.
Like I would say like a ranking that
Right.
doesn't really like really mean to anything to me in like 10 years.
Yeah.
I feel like I just look at like where am I gonna be in 10 years?
Right.
Yeah. I would say that keeps me going. Yeah.
Okay. So you're not staying complacent with
Yeah.
anything and you're looking down the road. You're staying hungry for what you can accomplish.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I did my last question. Um, you know, I want to ask how does your play style, kind of vary from when you're in the summers with PSA and in the season with LuHi? Is there a difference in,
Yeah.
the type of player? So yeah, talk to me about that a little bit. Paint that picture.
I feel like the roles are just way different.
Mhm.
Yeah, like with PSA, I would say I'm more of a scorer. I would say,
Okay.
yeah, scorer. But I will score a defender, Yeah, but I feel like with like LuHi, it's just I'm more of I would say I'm more off the ball,
Okay.
doing what the team needs you to do to win, and playing my role.
Okay. So do you feel like, all in all, you getting that experience of both kind of play styles, like, being that cornerstone scorer in the summer, but also being like a real team guy and a role player
Yeah,
for school season. Do you feel like that helps you as a player as far as becoming like more well-rounded?
yeah. I feel like I would say like LuHi, LuHi a lot because I feel like that's more like college. I would say
Right.
because you're gonna be playing like even with PSA, I would say both because you're playing with a bunch of great players. You're just seeing what you can do with the great players.
Right, 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 right. Okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, no, appreciate you, Dylan. You gave me
yes
a
sir,
lot of great answers,
yes
um,
sir,
great insight on a lot of things. Um, so that was kind of gonna conclude our interview is real quick. Uh,
yeah.
we're gonna get on to that last segment that I explained to you earlier in the beginning, kind of like a rapid fire hot seat type of thing. I'm gonna ask you,
That's cool. That's cool.
yeah, we gonna get into different things about you and what you like and your preferences. So first, my first question is what's your favorite hoop sneak of all time?
I would say I think it was Kyrie threes or Kyrie twos.
Kyrie
One
two.
of them.
What was your favorite of all time?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Are you still sporting those?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay,
That
okay.
was fire.
What about what NBA player would you say got the best off court drip?
Shot.
Shy.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. And
Yeah.
what would you say is your type of off court drip? You a dude that kind of like to throw it on for real, or like you just chilling like you in a sweatsuit, whatever.
I, I feel like most of the time it's chilling.
Hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like once in a while I have to like I say like baggy sweatpants, cargo pants.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling you. I'm jacking out. I'm feeling you. You'll step when you need to.
Yeah. Fact.
Okay. So what about your music preference? What who you listen to pregame?
Pre-game Broadway. Always Broadway.
Where?
Yeah. I feel like it's cool. It calms me down. Yeah.
Okay. So that's the type of vibe you like to have going into the game. You don't like to be like piped up. You like to be kind of mellow and
Yeah. Calm down.
okay. Okay. So what about when you're not on the court? What do you listen to? You still give me some of your people that's on your playlist.
Um, I'll say V's is up there.
Yes.
Yeah. I say Rod Wave. Drake is definitely up there.
Okay. Okay. So that's your
Um,
three right now. I know you got some more.
yeah.
Mm. Let me see. What about your pregame rituals? Like what do you gotta do before every game?
Every game.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll say pray.
Right? That's
Yeah.
I used to do that too. I used to do
Yeah.
that for every game. Okay, so that's the only thing you got to make sure that you feel me before tip off. You got to get your prayer
Yeah.
in. Okay, okay, okay. So what about your pregame meal?
I feel like at LuHi we've been having like Chipotle a lot. Yeah.
Er,
Yeah.
Okay, so what about when you're not at school? Like what about in the summers? Do you really got like a pregame meal that's your go-to?
I would say just Bahama Mama from Tropical Smoothie.
I,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
okay, that's a good joke. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
What about your favorite basketball movie?
I would say Loving Basketball.
Love basketball. I figured that. Okay. What about your favorite what or your GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Basketball.
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
Why Michael Jordan?
You said why?
Yeah.
Um he hasn't lost a championship. I feel like he's not okay with losing.
Okay. 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 I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
All right, so who would you say on LuHi got the worst drip?
The worst shit. uh
Who got the worst drip?
I'd probably say G Dub Godswell.
You said G Dub.
Yeah,
This is a conversation starter. I know they're not gonna like this. Okay, so what about who on LuHi can't get the aux? Like if y'all riding a wheel, who you not trusting with the aux?
not trust them.
Who you not
I
trusting?
say Ben Michaels. Yeah,
Ben, why not Ben?
cause he's from Britain, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
like a lot of his music is just different, like
Yeah.
Britain drill, UK drill.
Hey Drill?
Nah,
Nah.
nah.
Okay, okay. So what about if you had to pick a starting five of all high school guys right now, but you can't include yourself, what would that look like?
Um, at the one, I'll probably say my brother.
Okay. Okay.
At the two, I'll say VJ.
Okay.
Three, I'll say Cooper Flag. Four, I like Ace Newell.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, five, I'll probably say Cameron Boozer.
And Boozer. Okay, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. And my last question I got for you today, Dylan. Um, if you had to, recommend any friend or anybody else to, come on and sit down and do an interview, who would you like to see?
Like anybody, like any famous or dead or alive.
Or well, really anybody that you know, like any of your Hooper friends or somebody on your team that you play with that you feel like has an interesting story.
Um, I'll probably say Hassan Karesti. Yeah,
I say who?
Hassan Karesti. Yeah,
Hassan. Okay, okay,
yeah,
okay. So we might have to tap in with bro
yeah, yeah.
and see what he's talking about. I might need you to throw that lob though.
Yeah, that's got you. That's my guy.
Okay, okay. Well, now that concludes our interview. I appreciate you. You have my guy, Dylan
Yeah,
Mingo, class of 2026, PSA, Cardinals, LuHi. Look out for him. I appreciate you, my guy. Next up, he's got now and next. So everybody continue to keep up with my guy and watch as he progresses throughout his career.
so,
Um, Appreciate you, Dylan.
thank you for the opportunity.
For sure, man. And anybody you want to, give a shout out to or say anything to before we wrap it up.
Nah, just
Nah.
thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, okay. Appreciate you, Dylan.
Uh,
All right, talk to
so,
you.